Okay, so this is
Hello, everyone. Can everyone hear me right now?
Hello, yes, I can hear you.
Hi, perfect, Amanda. I'm very happy that you can hear me because you are the first student that I'm going to have the opportunity to talk to here for the DMACC Portfolio Day. So, thank you for being here. I'm Dante Powell. I'm a local comedian, and I'm super excited to do this. So, if you're ready, you can go ahead, turn your camera on, and we'll jump right into this.
I'm ready.
All right, Amanda, how you doing today?
I'm doing well. How about yourself?
I'm hanging in here, enjoying the what I hope is the end of the pandemic, but you've had to actually work through this. And so what I'm curious about as we jump into this is what brought you to DMAC and led you to majoring in graphic design here?
So I've always had a passion for art. My first career was actually in cosmetology, and
Okay.
I've spent like 10 years doing that. But I wanted to get back into doing more traditional art. And that kind of led me back to graphic design and still allowed me to work with people and help them solve problems.
Oh wow, that's incredible. So when you say it helped you solve problems and things for people, what sort of problems were you solving with graphic design like that you weren't solving with cosmetology? Because I'd imagine if you mess up a haircut, it's a whole lot harder to fix that than it is if you accidentally shade something incorrectly or cut someone out of a photo, for example.
Yeah, it's I would say that cosmetology is a lot more permanent of a change, whereas graphic design, you can go ahead and tweak things in an easier way. Like if they don't love the colors, or they're like, ooh, I want a different background, or let's change the layout a little differently. That's a lot easier to change. It's not as
I
permanent.
I would imagine so. That's awesome. So another thing I wanted to ask you is what is your favorite thing about graphic design?
Yeah. So kind of continuing on with like helping clients solve those problems. It's rewarding for me to work with somebody and get the outcome that they're looking for at the end, and help fix the need that they're having.
That's really great to hear. You have a spirit of customer service and helpfulness, which is good. There's nothing worse than going to a graphic designer and feeling like your needs aren't being met and they're not open to giving you what it is you're looking for. So that's a wonderful attitude to have. The last thing I wanted to ask you is what is your favorite category of graphic design?
I love it all, honestly.
Not
But if
acceptable.
I
Gotta
had to
pick
pick,
one.
yeah, if I had to pick one, I really love doing like brand identity work.
Oh, okay.
So helping businesses kind of start from the ground up, doing their website, their logo, their color scheme. The other thing I really love is like special event invitations for weddings, as well as like birthday parties, things like that. Those are my two favorite things.
It's funny you mentioned brand identity and special event. Because I know I said that was the last question, but I do want to follow up really quickly. You are about to finish up this program. If you had to develop your own brand identity and you had to develop a special event, like say your graduation, what do you think would work for you with that?
Yeah. For that, if I had to create like a whole brand, we kind of did some sort of project like that in our class where we kind of had to come up with a color scheme and like what our theme was. And we had a bunch of questions to be asked, like, do we want it fun and like outgoing, or do we want it a little bit more quiet and reserved? So I kind of went with a little bit more quiet and reserved for my personal style. I like a little bit more minimalism. But for graduation, I mean, I think it's fun to let everyone kind of express themselves, but have a continuous theme throughout, kind of like we've been doing with this Portfolio Day website.
Okay. That is actually a really interesting way to approach that. And so I appreciate your time. I appreciate you being here. This was absolutely incredible. So thank you so much, Amanda. You have a wonderful day and enjoy everything that life brings you once you're out of these halls at DMACC or wherever the halls are that you've created for yourself.
Yes. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
No problem, Amanda. Have a great day.
Yes, you too.
All right, guys. Amanda's setting the bar pretty high, but up next we have Dallas. Dallas, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Cool, Dallas. Thank you so much for unmuting and turning your video on because I would have incorrectly assumed you were a dude. So thank you for helping me out through this. I never want
That's
to assume
okay.
anything of anyone. So this is incredibly helpful.
That's okay. I get it a lot, so don't worry.
Thank you, Dallas. I appreciate the kindness there. Dallas, can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, so my name's Dallas Sott. I'm from Ankeny, Iowa, and I'm currently getting my AAS in graphic design. In 2019, I actually graduated from Iowa State University with a degree in public relations and event management. And while I was going through all my internship interviews and looking for internships while at Iowa State, I found that graphic design was a huge part with public relations. And so I've always been artistic. That's what I've always loved to do. So I'm like, you know what? I graduated in 3 years from Iowa State. So I was going to come do this.
So you're getting busy out there. You 3 year
Yes, I
grad.
was.
What a show off, man. I don't even want to ask you any more questions. You've already upstaged. No, I'm kidding. So, that's
No.
incredible, Dallas. Let me
Thank
ask you this. Who do you think has the better football team, Iowa State or DMACC?
Well, Iowa State.
I don't even know if they have a football program here at DMACC.
Yeah.
I just wanted to see if I could catch you slipping a little bit
Yep,
there.
I love my club.
So after taking 3 years to graduate, which again, not bragging, just telling the truth there, you come over to DMACC and then you start working here. What was your favorite project here at DMACC?
I'm actually going to show you my favorite project, so I will share my screen with you.
All right, let's take a look.
So my favorite project that I've done while at DMACC would definitely have to be the magazine spread that we did in typography too.
Okay, that's incredible.
Thank you. I loved being able to work with type and making it become part of the design.
Okay.
And for this assignment, I really played off the colors that I picked from the photos. And I think that even though it was very colorful, I did stay along the same theme. And I just loved that I was able to create my own layout that fit my personality. And my favorite part was that I was able to decide who to feature. I was able to find what photos I liked and researched all the facts about the people that I did feature. And it was just fun watching it all come together and click.
Yeah, you did like a full spread here. That's incredible.
Full spread.
Wow, that is quite impressive.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So let me go ahead and make it clear that, like, while I think that the one you showed me was great, I'm going to definitely Photoshop my face onto Megan Thee Stallion and Billie Eilish and Lizzo and everyone else you put on there. So when you get that project back, your professors will have allowed me to do that. That's how they're paying me to host this, is that I get to Photoshop my face into everything.
We can do that. We can do that.
When you get that back and there's a bearded guy, it's me.
Okay, we can do that.
All right, Dallas, we'll wrap up with me asking you this. What are your future goals?
I mean, I don't know what my future will hold, but I just hope I learn and experience as much as I can within graphic design. I'm really interested in magazine spread and sports graphics. So, but I'm open to different options. I'm just very eager to start my career and to grow.
That's that's beyond reasonable. You can absolutely do that. After the
Thank
project you
you.
just showed, you've got the potential to do absolutely amazing things. So just keep with it and keep going.
Thank you so
Dallas,
much.
thank you so much for joining us. Incredible work.
Thank
Uh,
you.
you have a wonderful day.
You
And
too.
again, best wishes for everything you got coming up.
Thank you so much. Have a great day.
Thank you. All right. Next up, we have Nicholas Papadoukas. Nicholas, if you can hear me, feel free to unmute. And there we go. Hi,
Hello.
Nicholas.
How's it going?
It's going, man. How are you?
A little tired, but happy to be here.
Are you normally not up this early?
I've been trying to get up earlier, but after the whole pandemic and not having to deal with getting up early for classes, my sleep schedule just kind of slowly eked its way back until I was waking up at like 10. But I'm getting better. I'm getting better about getting up early. So
No sense in trying, Nicholas. Here's what I've learned in life is that if the career path you're going for doesn't work out, you can always fall back on becoming a successful comedian. Who knew? Just keep that in mind. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Nicholas, how about you tell us a little bit about yourself that isn't specific to your sleep schedule?
all right, well, I'm Nicholas Papadoukas. I have lived and grew up in Ankeny pretty much my whole life.
Okay.
I what's interesting about me? Let's see. I will be graduating in May of this year, obviously.
Okay.
Um, with that, things that I enjoy within graphic design. Uh, I enjoy a lot of more artistic stuff. I'm not like the fancy.
Because David said he can't see it. The link is wrong on the website.
Oh, sorry about that. Someone's watching a
Someone's
soap opera.
unmuted.
So my apologies there. So you're,
Nah,
you're
you're
not
good.
into the fancy stuff, which I'm not either. So continue on with that. I want to hear more
No,
about a graphic designer that's not into the fancy.
I mean, I'm not into like the super minimalist modern day stuff. I kind of like that, but I more so enjoy making a lot of artistic work and drawing and learning how to do that type of stuff and making like landscape posters.
Okay, cool. And so what is it that brought you to this program? What made you choose DMACC?
Um, Originally I had wanted to go and study animation at DMACC,
Oh, wow. Okay.
but when we were looking at that, they were kind of upfront and straightforward about it, and they admitted that it's like, yeah, it's a fairly long waiting period for that. I was like, I'm not sure if I want to take like 2 forced gap years. And while I was looking into that, I stumbled upon graphic design. I was like, it's a different style of that. Looked into it and I'm like, okay, yeah, I might actually be interested in this. And I'm kind of glad that I did choose to do this instead because it is, I feel like it's more of a design that I'm actually passionate about and more interested in.
That's a very interesting thing to have happen to go into it with the interest in animation and then stumble upon something that you find that you actually have a deep-seated passion for that maybe you weren't aware of. So that's pretty cool. Let me while I've got you here, I noticed your background on the Zoom there. Is that something you made?
No, unfortunately. But
I
it
know it's not. I made that. So I just wanted to see if you take credit for stealing my amazing
bravo.
artwork that I no, I'm
No.
kidding. I obviously didn't make that, but I think it can at least be somewhat indicative of some sort of personality trait or something along those lines, meaning that you chose something that to me is very interesting. So I just wanted to make sure I at least made some sort of reference to that. And, getting back to what you told me, I do know that you like illustration more than, artistic designs. So can you tell us about a project you've enjoyed while you've been here in the program?
Yes, I think that one of my favorite projects that we did was the DMACC International Year, where we had to make a travel poster. And I made this for mine. I used a picture of a old stone kind of monolith thing, and I decided to kind of add a little flair to it, put it behind or put it in front of a sunset with a whole lot of beautiful colors,
Yeah.
and then put a lake with some stone stepping stones. Stone stepping stones. Nice.
I knew what you meant. You don't have to correct me. I'm not that smart, buddy. That's the thing.
You and me both, man.
That's what they don't tell you.
But no, it was just it was a project that I enjoyed just because it's not like your typical here's a logo, kind of have the color palette set out and you have kind of a design in mind. I just like to make something that was like over the top, beautiful. And I have a few other things that I'm working on that are like this, but they are nowhere near completed yet.
Nice. Well, I will say the first thing I noticed there was that the reflection is incredible with the stepping stones through there. I thought that was really impressive how you were able to make that happen. So kudos to you for that, man.
Thank you.
That is really nice. I feel like I should go visit Indonesia after seeing this. I'm gonna stay in Ankeny for now because there's some COVID concerns. But you did a great job. I'm sure if the people of Indonesia knew what you were doing for them, they would appoint you king. So congratulations to you on that, my friend.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for your time, Nicholas. You have a wonderful afternoon and enjoy everything that life's going to bring you after the program.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome, my friend. All right. Next up, we have Alexis. I'm not going to try to say your last name, Alexis. I don't know if you're in here. But
I get it a lot.
Okay. How do you say it?
It's
Is it? Wait.
Regaler.
Let me try. Oh, okay. Regaler.
Okay. Sorry. I wanted to hear how you were going to say it.
I was going to just read it backwards and then make you tell me how to say it correctly. That's my go-to.
It might still sound the same.
It does kind of. So that's a cool thing to have. So Alexis, can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, so I'm from Carroll, Iowa, and this coming May I will be graduating in graphic design, and I really enjoy web design, photography, web design, and doing a lot of layouts and stuff.
Okay, that's pretty cool. And so you came from Carroll, Iowa, all the way to DMACC, Iowa. I've determined that DMACC is its own thing here.
There is actually a DMACC in Carroll, but when I was researching like what I wanted to do, there wasn't a graphic design like facility in Carroll, so I had to move to Ankeny so then I could do the graphic design.
That's a very impressive way of saying that DMACC Ankeny is better than DMACC Carroll. Your words, not mine. So I think that's very impressive that you've basically shunned your hometown for the sake of DMACC Ankeny. So go you, Alexis. Yeah. You've got quite the heart there. Since you've been at DMACC here in Ankeny, what has been your favorite project that you've been able to do?
Let me share my screen.
All right, let's see it. We've had some great contenders so far, so I'm expecting you to knock it out of the park for me.
All right. It's not letting me share it.
Okay.
Oh, I got it.
All right.
There we go. Okay, so this is a project that we were just working on. So we had to do a rebrand, and I chose to redo the business Martin and Osa. Okay. And so I made a billboard advertisement, and mainly what I was focusing on was showing that people are having fun, loving what they're wearing, and I also wanted to make sure that the hierarchy of the typography matched
Uh-oh,
overall look.
you're breaking up there a little bit,
And then I
Alexis.
have
So
create your own story. There's like a big background.
really
Can you
quickly,
hear me?
I can. So can you go back a little bit until you were saying something about the typography? What was it you wanted to show with the typography?
Of the hierarchy to make sure that you're reading what's most important, that like Martinosa will pop up first, and then you see reopening, and then you look at the picture, and it just kind of takes you around the whole thing.
It
And
absolutely did.
then along with that, I rebranded the website. I wanted to make sure the colors were bold. I added a lot of pictures.
Oh no, you're breaking up again, Alexis. Sorry about that. So I will say this: this looks incredible. It absolutely looks amazing. Feel free to just talk over me, by the way, so we can make sure we get you back. There you are. You're moving and showing us stuff. So you do have amazing color on the website rebrand there.
Thanks.
You're welcome. I will say it makes me want to not only go shop at their store, but to then go on a safari with all the cool stuff I buy there. So you're pulling
Good, that's
double
the
duty.
point.
They need to pay you extra. So before we get out of here with you, I do just want to ask about your future goals and what it is you're planning to do now that you're coming up on your graduation.
Yeah, so as of now, I really want to look for internships just to kind of widen my knowledge for graphic design and dip my toes in some other waters with different types of design because I want to be able to learn so much because I love graphic design. So that's my goal right now, and then hopefully find a full-time job.
That's some good goals. I'm going to be honest with you. Solid plan. You've got a really nice, at least the opening to your portfolio is great considering what you just showed. So I have no doubts you're going to go out there and knock it out of the park. So congratulations, Alexis. Do you have anything you want to share with them? I'm gonna give you the opportunity to share. You want to put your Twitter and Instagram and all that stuff out there? No, I'm kidding. Please don't do that. We don't want to turn
Yeah,
a session of us.
the shameless plug.
Yeah. We don't want to do that. But I will say, what I would do if I were you, I would print that portfolio out, and when I met people in real life, I would just show them that, like pictures of children. I just go, hey, this is what I've been up to, and that can be your Twitter or Instagram handle instead of giving that out. Just go, hey, look at this amazing portfolio. Get an actual billboard, fold it up, and just carry it around. So, Alexis, thank you so much for your time. Enjoy the rest of your afternoon and keep doing great work. It's absolutely outstanding.
Thank you.
Thank you.